Learn how to use the window alert method to create a pop-up dialog box. In this lesson, we want to look at how JavaScript alert box work. An alert box is like a physical stop sign on a road. So when you trigger it, a small window pops up right in front of the user's browser view, displaying whatever message you wrote. So let's look at an example that demonstrates how the JavaScript alert box can be used. So I'm going to come into my HTML section here, and inside this code output section, I want to add a button. And this button is going to have click me as text. And to make this button more bigger, I want to add an ID of BTN, which I already had styled in my CSS. So if I click on this button now, you can see that it's actually not doing anything. So let's move on in order to attach what we make this box to work. Now, as you are looking at this button, obviously there are a couple of things I can do with this button. Number one is hover. I can hover on it this way. And number two is I have the option of clicking on it. So we are going to have to add an event to this so that it will trigger when either hovering or clicking on it. So let's move into the script section. And inside the script section, we are going to just make a simple function that is going to show a simple text to us. So let me call the function name my function. And inside it, so I'm just going to call this alerts. You can see window alert method instructs the browser to display a dialog with an optional message and to wait until the user dismisses the dialog. So that means the alert itself is a method in JavaScript. So alert, and this is the message I want to pass inside it. I am an alert box. So this is my function. I'm done with the function. Now, looking closely at what we have done now, if I go ahead and click this box now, what do you think is going to happen? Well, guess for a second. Well, I bet you guess right. Nothing is still going to happen because nothing has been attached to this button. So for this function to be passed to this button, we need to pass an event to it. And the event we need to pass to it is that we want this box to listen for a click event. And that click event in JavaScript is called onClick. So I'll come inside where this button is and pass the property of click. You can see there are different properties, but in my own case, I want to use onClick property. And if I hover on it, you can see this, a pointing device button has been pressed and released on an element. So that means when you press the button, then it will fire with whatever action that is passed inside it. So in my own case, I want to pass my function. And if I pass my function name, what do you think is going to happen? Is this going to work? Well, let's find out. Obviously, you can see that it is not working. So since it is a function call, then I need to add this bracket to it. And if I go ahead now and click on this, just watch. You can see I am an alert box. Now, while this dialog is being displayed, I cannot do anything on the page unless I dismiss this box. You can see that every other part of the page has been grayed out. So the alert box completely freezes the website until the user clicks the OK button, making absolutely sure they look at the notification. So this example shows that when the user clicks the click me button, it executes my function. So which launches a browser alert window with the custom text message, I am an alert box. So what have we just done in this code? Well, let's break down our code. Now, onClick equals to my function is an HTML event listener that is attached to this button. So clicking the button immediately instructs the browser to jump down and then execute this function that we have inside the script tag. The alert part, I am an alert box, calls the built-in alert method. So it's temporarily steal the focus of the browser screen and then block the user from clicking anything else on the web page until they dismiss the dialog box. You can see I can't click anything on the page again until I dismiss this dialog box. So let's look at a few key takeaways from this alert box lesson. Number one, modal behavior. The alert window is modal, meaning it halts the execution of all other scripts and UI actions on the page while it is open. Number two, omit the prefix. So, like other global window item, we can write this simply as alert, the way we wrote it, instead of doing something like window.alert. If we do this, it will also work. But you see that we are able to write a shorter and a clean method without the window prefix. Number three, modern best practice. Why great for learning basic prototyping? Modern web development generally avoid using the native browser alert boxes for real users because they look dated and freeze the browser tab completely. Instead, developer prefer building custom style HTML or CSS modal dialog. So this now has been replaced with modern dialogues or other ways of displaying information that you see in modern web development. They no longer rely on this alert box. Instead, developer use custom style HTML or CSS modal dialog. And even in modern web development, there are even components that are built in that you can just install as third party library in your application and use what has been provided in it. They are already styled and you can call on those components whenever you need them in your application or in your code. So this is how the alert method allow us to create a pop-up dialog box that display a message and also show how it pauses code execution until the user closes it on a web page.